Do you mind if I just talk for a second? Oh, disgusting. No, I don't trust you. Hi everyone, this is Miranda and Cory, and I decided to do a dreadlock video because a lot of people kind of ask us questions about our dreads, like how long we've had them, how we made them, how we take care of them and stuff. And yeah, we'll chat about that in a second. But because of school and stuff and the way my hair is, like how most of it's straight and I can actually brush it, debating on taking out a dreadlock or two. So I just thought I should make a video about them before I remove them. And Cory has a good head of dreads, so you want to start? I guess talk about yours.
How long have I had my dread? How long have I had the half I've had the longest? Because I didn't do all mine at once.
No.
I did like one side, and then like a year later,
I think like not long into when we were dating.
Yeah.
Maybe like 4 years?
So I had them 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had
some of them are probably only like 4 months old because I don't brush my hair.
And they just made themselves.
Yeah.
How did you make yours? What did you use?
So a little bit of the like rip and twist method, and then crochet hook. Really tiny crochet hook. Can you see that? It's not going to focus on it. Yeah, really tiny crochet hook. Didn't do any back combing really.
No.
Did you do any of mine with that?
I did. You didn't even use the crochet hook that much. You just kind of
Yeah, so I did the rip and twist and then like rolled it and then a little bit of crochet.
I remember when I was first starting, it was kind of like a bonding thing for both of us because like I always kind of wanted them, and then Cory really wanted dreadlocks and kept talking about it, and I was like, you know what? Like I'll do one dread, and then you can do a couple. We could like sit down together, help each other out. I just went to town back combing though on my first one.
Yeah,
and
that's why they were
crocheting
like
it,
that thick.
and that's why this one is really thick compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
Especially like when it was up here, it was just like a huge rock kind of, and it would just stick out. Like it's actually really hard now too.
Yeah.
And it's like right above my ear, so it constantly gets caught in my cartilage piercings, which I hate. So I think that's going to be the one I take out. And then I'll just keep the two tiny ones. But yeah, so just those tail combs, like the plastic tail combs, I guess, like the small teeth and the pointy end, that's what I use to back comb them. So like you just find a section of hair, and the bigger the section is, the thicker your dreads are going to be. This is way too big.
That'd be a big dread.
How tiny were the sections you used?
So
yours
you can
are
still
really
see
small.
like it's like I did probably a little bit less than inch by inch squares, and so I have pretty skinny. Some of them are really fluffy. So yeah, I just did like probably a little less than, probably like 3/4 of an inch to a half an inch, little squares.
And you use the twist and rip.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like twisting your hair and then
so
ripping
basically,
it.
I'm not actually gonna do it. If you'd like take a section of hair and you would twist it, and then you would just kind of split the hairs here, and then you would rip that all the way up to the, like as tight as you could get it, and then you would twist from like the base, twist it down again, and then rip it apart and pull it all the way up, and that's gonna just start making knots, like packing up against the root.
Yeah, and like always.
And then it'll be
rip
like
it.
like this much hair would turn into a dread, like that long, but then a couple months later it'll be a bit longer as it like gets tighter, and yeah.
Yeah, I used the twist and rip method for the other two that I had, but the first one, I just like back combed it pretty tight from like the root all the way down, and then I would roll it in my palms. And I do that like every time I'd remember to do it for a good week or so.
Congo!
Yeah.
when two dreads become one.
I tried fixing it to just like
Yeah.
make them as one dread,
So-
and then they ripped apart.
I have like 2 rows or 3 rows of like these are really short. That these just kind of started knotting by themselves, and they're too much of a pain for me to like brush them out. So I just started doing this.
Especially because you can't see the back of your head.
Yeah.
So Cory and I are very different when it comes to taking care of our dreads.
I don't.
Because he has...
I mean, I wash them. Don't get me wrong. Like every day I have a shower, like really hot water, and like I wring them out really good. And
I guess that's... Yeah, I wash mine about once a week. He washes his all the time.
yeah.
But I sort them and make sure my normal hair isn't getting knotted in mine
I don't.
on a regular basis. And he doesn't.
That's why, like, I haven't cut my hair in years, like 8, 9 plus years. But you can see that it's pretty dead at the ends, and it doesn't really get longer than this because it gets tangled and breaks.
Yeah, and the reason, like, I never really thought of this before. I know if I ever wanted to get rid of my dreads, I always said, like, I'd always just, like, cut them off or something. But having the 3 dreads on the left side of my hair, like, my hair usually grows 1 inch a month. But, like, this side of my head is, like, pretty thick and full and long. And then I barely have any long hair on this side.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to really hate it. And it's short and thin. And I just kind of want to take the biggest dread I have and kind of brush it out and see if there's, like, if I can make this side a bit thicker or something, maybe it could start growing.
Yeah.
It's just the
Well,
dreads constantly rip your hair.
Yeah, it's
and
the
it
main
doesn't
thing is
grow.
the breakage around it, because like the loose hair around your dreads is gonna get stuck to your dreads and it's gonna break. So that's why like only the like top of my head is not dreadlocks. Everything else is dreadlocks. And that's why my hair stays so short, and that's kind of the problem you have is those dreadlocks break off a lot of hair from the rest of your head from that side, and that's why like it's not as thick of hair, not as much hair. It's always breaking.
Like, I even try to separate my dreads when I'm braiding my hair, or even for bed or something, but even up here, it'll get matted up with, I don't know.
Yeah, I get that a lot too, like around the roots, like especially around where it's dreadlocks and the normal hair. The normal hair gets stuck in it and I have to like rip it apart. I probably wouldn't do that as much if I brushed my hair, but I don't like brushing my hair.
We're gonna just turn the camera around a bit and then zoom in on our roots so you see what we're talking about. So, like, how are mine doing actually?
It's like you can tell hers are still kind of squared. Like this is the one that she wants to get rid of. And then so like yeah, around the roots, like especially the roots of the dreads. Oh, like right in between the dreads, they'll get stuck together and you gotta like rip them apart.
Like, even yesterday, you seen I had a huge knot in here.
Yeah, I had to brush that out.
Like, there's a lot of short hairs all in this area. And I'm kind of not liking it. Especially, I kind of feel bad in school, because, like, when people have to put a bald cap on me, they're going to hate their life.
Yeah.
Or, like, styling my hair or something.
You think that's bad? Show them, like, what I got going on.
Yeah, so I am constantly fixing Cory's dreads, but because he's like an animal, I just kind of...
Feral child over here.
I don't know if you can see, like...
Mine aren't really in squares either.
No, they're just like random.
Yep.
So, like, all this loose hair,
Where's the cute little baby one?
it constantly gets like matted, and the cute baby one.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, and then because he doesn't brush his hair, he just gets mats in his hair.
Like these,
And
these higher up ones.
I don't want mine to look like that. I'm sorry, babe. But
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, he didn't want to get any dreads in the front part of his head, but your hair is just constantly matting itself and you can't help it. So what do you do to style your hair? or keep up with the roots? You just said you just constantly rip them.
Yeah, so when they get like start congoing, and, like the roots basically start getting all matted into one big one, I literally just tear them apart. And typically, I don't really do anything with my hair other than put it in a bun.
Like what you're doing now?
No. I like never do that.
No, you don't.
I think it's funny sometimes when I put it up there. Make fun of
your mustache.
Yeah, coffee. Oh my god, I like
He'll sometimes wrap like, what are those?
Oh, that like schmuck.
Things, yeah, around his head too.
But in all honesty,
You wanna get the vape? You can get talking.
when I'm like at work, I'll just put my hair back, put in a little bun, and that's good enough for me. I'm not trying to be a hipster with a cool little man bun. I just don't like my hair in my face when I'm working. So, there we go. It's not for fashion, it's for function. Because I kind of think guys that walk around with like the shaved, with like the tiny little, like, I don't know, a bow you'd put on a cat for a little bun. Or they got like 100 bobby pins to like hold their 2-inch long hair back.
It's his pet peeve. Like, he hates it. When he sees someone on the street, he'll like come in the house and he'll be like, Miranda, I seen someone that looks like this. It's fucking ridiculous.
Too many people watch the show Vikings and want that haircut. Do yourselves a favor. Grow your hair down to like your ribs. And then do that and you'll have his haircut. Because if you've noticed, he has braids or dreadlocks or something. And the braid like goes halfway down his back.
That's
not a little tiny little bun up at the top.
So if I'm being completely honest, the one I want to brush out is my like real hair, like it's all mine. The other two long ones that I have, I don't even remember where it's like fake. So I think
I can see the color difference. It's right there.
In the center, yeah. So this
Yeah, you
down,
can see the color difference on the camera too.
Yeah, you can.
Hold it right in the middle. See the lighter brown is real, and the darker brown is it's real hair, but it's not your hair.
Yeah. So a lot of people were asking like, I have such long hair. Why are my dreads so short like this? It's because kind of
like I said earlier,
obvious, but when you're
got,
matting your
like,
hair,
that much hair, it's gonna end up that short
because you're tangling it up and it's slowly getting shorter.
Some people say it's like 1/4 the length of your hair, like 1/3 the length of your hair. It's about that.
Like, you'll see people who have like hair like mine and then they still get short dreads, and then it takes a long time for them to grow. So you see people with like really long dreads and it's like, I've had this for 20 years.
Dreads on this side of my head are like a year or two older than this side, and like these ones are probably a good 2 inches shorter.
And your dreads have grown a lot.
Yeah, like, oh, that feels better. So like, dreads from the same parts of my. Oh no, these ones are about the same size now. Okay. There's some that are different though. Like, here we go. Try and grab it from the same spot on my head. Yeah. So, this one and this one, they're like 2-3 inches different. It's weird though, because once it's actually dreadlocked, like once your hair locks up, they pretty much grow at the same rate your hair would grow. I almost feel like I notice them growing faster than my normal hair because you don't have the ends constantly breaking off. It's like they got pretty long pretty fast once they actually turned into dreads.
I was just kind of like really, not insecure, but it would always bother me because people would keep asking me why my dreads are so short compared to my hair and it looks weird, or they'd be like, they look like horns, and it's like they just haven't grown yet.
Yeah.
But I decided to get extensions on my dreads just so they would be close to like the length of my hair. But I ended up having to cut them because they were the same length of my like normal hair. Same with this one. But I ended up cutting my hair up to here, and then I had long dreads, so then I had to cut those dreads, and then my hair grew, and then the dreads are taking a long time to grow, so it's like hard to even out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People ask like, oh, do they smell or no? They really don't. If you get your hair dirty, wash it. I use shampoo like maybe once or twice a week, but then.
That's what you're supposed to do. I don't do that.
You really get I'll be in the shower and I'll like flip all my hair to one side and I get it all and I'm like I wring it out like to make sure I get all the soap out of my hair, because it will build up in your hair, and that's when you start getting bad smelling hair, and you get like
You get mold and stuff.
Yeah,
too,
I've seen
if
other
there's
videos where
product
people
buildup.
have like, it looks like white chalky hard chunks in their hair, and then they do like a vinegar rinse, and it just
all comes out.
And that's product that's built up in their hair, because they don't like, they'll just like scrub their hair with shampoo and rinse it, and they're like, okay, I'm done. It's like, no, you gotta like squeeze it all out, and then
So we're actually
rinse
going to
it
be doing
again.
a video like that soon.
Yeah,
It should be coming out a week after this
I'll
video.
put on some swim trunks and I'll show you how I wash my hair.
And then we'll do with those apple cider vinegar and baking soda
I'm
rinses.
kind of nervous. I'm scared that maybe they're actually really gross.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it
mean,
with
they
the
smell
two,
good.
but this one I'm planning on brushing out this week anyways, so like it will be washed. I'm curious because like this is so hard. I just want to know like if there is anything in here.
Oh, there's so much nasty in there.
Like they don't smell, but in this
Go get them, boys.
ambient noise. City life.
Yeah, at least it's not a crazy person.
But yeah, I used to check my hair quite frequently for like the roots, because once you like maintain them, like this is how I maintain them actually. I used to crochet the roots, like all the loose hairs, like I don't know if you can see. It's like they're kind of all messed up right now. Where's a good one? So like usually if you have like loose hairs like this, you can flip them around a bit and then take your crochet hook and go through and like pull the loose hairs through. And that's kind of what I overdid, which is why this one is so hard. And then once they start to grow in, like the roots, and they get pretty long, like people think once you have dreadlocks, they grow out of your scalp as dreadlocks. It depends on your hair type. So like, I don't mean to be racist, but like we have like white people hair. What do I say? Like we have fine hair. Like
I'm not white.
Cory and I have like fine hair.
Neither are you.
And
I guess you're kind of white.
I know, but I don't know what to say. But it grows out as normal hair. So you like, it dreads up a little bit like this, but you still have to maintain it. So I'll take my fingers.
See, mine don't really do that.
No, mine do. So I need to take my fingers like this. Then I start at the base, and I just like, it's kind of funny, but I just like twist them. I do about 30 times one way, and then 30 times the other way. And then it tastes like salt. I don't know if I was sweating today.
Like soap. Like dish soap.
So I did.
Good enough for baby ducks. Good enough for me. It's really not good.
So, yeah, if you just do it one way, your hair is going to start spinning this way and you can see which way you roll it. So I try and like do it evenly. And then I do this for the 3 of them. And then you slowly work down, but like it mats it up pretty good.
Yeah.
And then eventually just kind of does its own thing.
Like it went from all this here was kind of open, you could see through it. Now it's kind of tighter.
Yeah, and then if I really want to, I'll just go with like 4 passes with the crochet hook. But not too much.
I don't know why your dreads bunch up so much.
I don't know.
Like
I
you can
haven't
see all the
touched
lumps
them.
in hers. Like I don't really get that. So like it, I guess again, different people's hair does different things. Like I have, like I said, like the ones up top here, they just started doing it on their own, and all I really ever do to them is I'll like grab
that
them
one's
and I'll
bumpy,
just
just not as
I'll
bumpy
palm
as mine.
roll them, or I'll do the finger thing. But like
I know
that's
what it is, though, too.
maybe like
Occasionally,
every
like,
other week.
I will wrap it with hemp string, but I don't wrap it tightly. Like I'm still really loose with it, and
Where is
then
We never took that out of my hair, eh?
what?
There's still hemp string in my hair
You need to
somewhere.
take that out.
Yeah, I
If
know.
you leave it in for a long time, it can start getting through.
Where is it? Can you find it? Stairs somewhere.
It'll start dreading up with your dread,
There.
and it'll be hard to get out, and then it'll start breaking down, and then. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's like in there
Cory
now.
doesn't take care of his dreads that much, so that's probably why I shouldn't have put string in his hair. You're supposed to change it frequently.
I'm just a feral child.
Yeah. So that's what I do. And then once it's like bunched up enough from like the finger rolling, I'll just put it in my palm and then rub it together like this. People probably like, I don't know, feel weird when they hear me in the bathroom and I'm doing this, but it's just like me fixing my dreads.
I play with mine a lot too. Like if I'm just sitting there watching a video, like I'll just have one and I'll just do the whole finger rolly thing, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to fidget, and just being able to fidget with my hair is just
I did see this guy with like beautiful dreadlocks, and he takes those like black elastic bands and goes around the root.
It's too much work for me.
It was working for me, but now I think that's why I have like these bumps, and like I don't know, like for these bumps right here, I pretty much just need to roll them again, and then they like figure themselves out. And I like decorating them every once in a while and stuff with like charms and hemp string.
I had a bunch of beads in my hair. I took them all out because when I get out of the shower, I'm like a dog, and I kept getting like hit in the eye or like in the bridge of the nose with like a bead would just come around and smack me, and I'd be like, enough of this. So I ended up taking them all out.
One thing too, your dreads are different than mine because he likes really itchy clothes, and he likes the way his dreads feel on his back. But when my dreads touch his skin, he hates it completely. He's like, your dreads are too rough, they're not soft like mine.
I'll sleep with this.
Yeah, I can't sleep with that.
I like
It's
itchy stuff.
It's pretty and Halloween-y, but like, no. Or itchy sweaters.
I wear wool sweaters with nothing under it, and wool socks. I love them.
Yeah, in the shower, like, I'll separate these. I never put conditioner on them because conditioner is hard to take out.
Ditto.
And product buildup is very bad. You don't want that. And then if there is conditioner in here, I need to like re-shampoo it out. So I just make sure I separate my dreads. I'd prefer to separate them before the shower, before my hair is wet, so it's less difficult, but most of the time I forget, and then I'm struggling in the shower trying not to break more of my left side of my hair. Like, I have so much short hair here because the dreads constantly break it, and I don't like it. It kind of makes me sad. Like, I love my dreads to pieces, but I just wish, like, when I braid my hair on both sides, it's like kind of...
It's very uneven.
It's super uneven.
Yeah.
And, yeah. I mean, I did it to myself, but I didn't think I'd do that. Or it would do that. That's like one thing to think about, I guess, if you want like partial dreads. Yeah, I don't shampoo my dreads in the shower that often. Actually, I'm going to be completely honest. I probably wash them. I wash the roots. Like, I wash my whole head with shampoo. I don't get conditioner on here. I separate it with, like away from all of my other hair. And I'll put the conditioner on this side, rinse it out. But I'll shampoo these every 2 weeks, maybe, in the shower with just, like, a bar of soap, even. And then I'll make sure, like, go through all of it.
Bar of soap?
Yeah, I've seen some other people, like, soap, right?
Yeah,
dish soap, whatever. I mean, I've never used dish soap on here, but really make sure you scrub it in, and then really make sure it's all out. You do not want soap build up and in your dreads.
Like I said, every twice a week usually I'll shampoo my hair. I work construction. I get dirty. I gotta use it. So like 3/4 of my shower will be rinsing my hair out. Like after I put shampoo in it, because like I said, I'll squeeze it all out and then I'll try and get it all soaking wet again and squeeze it all out, and I just keep doing that until like 2 rinses without any bubbles coming out of my hair.
Oh, and we don't use any dread wax or any dread
No, you
products.
don't need that.
We don't do anything.
You're not supposed to use that. That stuff is not... I've seen some horror stories of like...
and rinse it out, that's what we do.
Yeah, people who use like gel or like hair wax or something to try and get their hair... Your hair's not going to mat. It's just going to get real gluey and gross. And to be honest, like even somebody who has really thin blonde hair that like doesn't tangle, if you use twist and rip and a crochet hook, you will get dreadlocks. Anyone that doesn't brush their hair will get dreads. They may not look nice because, you know, making the little segments of it and making them matte intentionally versus if you don't brush your hair at all or separate it, you'll just get
You're a
like...
hybrid. You're like in the mix.
Yeah. I'm kind of lucky though, because the way my hair curls, it curls into like sections like this. And then if you follow that down to my scalp,
It's very beautiful.
it's already a little segmented piece.
Your hair is super beautiful when it's brushed and shampooed.
It's shampooed
Super
right
shiny
now.
and curly. And
Yeah. It's really weird if I go to bed with wet hair. My curls, like, my short hair will literally just come down to like my eyebrows. So it looks kind of funny with my hair, but
when I go to bed with wet hair, my ends aren't silky smooth anymore. They're like super dry and like matted and shit. But yeah, like to style my hair, I usually just braid my hair separately from my dreads, and then where's those clips? I just use a clip like this. So like if my hair is braided, which I'm not gonna do right now, but
is that a bad idea?
is that in your piercing?
Yeah. Like, that's how fine of a crochet hook that is. I just put it through my lip pierce, pulled it out, and it doesn't catch like a fish hook or something. It's like the smallest. You'll never be able to see it on this camera. It's not going to focus that close. It might. It basically just looks like wire.
No, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And I like bent it a lot too. Like
Yeah.
it would get stuck in my dread occasionally. But I'll like put a couple braids in my hair, just like one French braid, and then I would kind of twist these dreads a little bit. So, because these clips don't fit on all three of my dreads, so I'll just like clip it on one. I don't know. And like clip it like that. And that's my hair for the day. What else is there to talk about? We went through how long we had them. And
I don't know. What are questions people ask you a lot about dreads?
mainly just like how I get them, how I maintain them, how am I going to take them out when I don't like them anymore. I thought I would just cut them or shave them, but I am going to try the whole hot water and conditioner, and then I should have a pick comb. I would have showed you the tail comb that we use to like back comb our hair, but I don't have one at the moment. So I don't know how I'm going to take it out, actually. Probably just get like a nail or a needle or something and then just poke at the bottom. Conditioner it.
Give me a kiss. Come on, give me a kiss. Why are you being weird? Come here. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Can I have a kiss? Give me a kiss. Oh, that's a good boy.
It got really dark for a second. But yeah, pretty much just those questions. I should have done a video on how I actually attach these. And it's pretty much you just have a dread and then you brush out one end of the dread and then you brush out your end and then you split them into two kind of like this. Kind of scissor them together and then use your crochet hook.
Demonstrate.
Oops. So you have it like this. Yeah, like that, and then you like crochet the hairs in between them.
This isn't like a sexual gesture, is it? So you're gonna get a strike on YouTube.
A little bit. No, I already swore. But you like crochet it and then mat it up. These are actually really perfect now, but they fell out 3 times over the course of a year, I think. But now I think they're in here like for good. It just took a while of shit, they fell out. Cory. Like,
trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error, definitely. But yeah, I'd say if you want dreads, like really think about it. Make sure you have like an escape plan. I don't think I'd ever take mine out, but
Shave your head.
yeah,
It's
this
pretty
one,
much your only option. I mean, there's no other way. It's
this one I
impossible.
just think has like the most thick hair. And it constantly bumps my earrings, which I hate. So, like, if I just keep these ones, one in the back and one in the front, I think I'll be good. But yeah, next week we're going to do a dread soak. Dread soak? Yeah, that sounds weird. but see how much gunk is in Cory's hair and the 2 dreads that I have. I'll probably just need a cup or something to put them in. You might need like a pot.
A pot?
I wish we had one of those shampoo pools where you can put your head in. Maybe I could order one on Amazon.
I'll just lay on the counter and stick my head in the sink.
You do that? I don't know how long you need to keep it in for.
Half hour.
And then I will also have a video about me taking out my dread to see how it goes. I'll probably do that right after this.
I'm not taking mine out.
No.
I like them.
Yeah, I like yours too. You're sexy. Alright, well, I hope you guys have a good week, and thanks for watching. We will chat with you next Monday. Bye.
Bye.